The sentence comes 2 years after Matlamola Mosweu was killed. On the outskirts of the small town of Kolini, Matlamola's parents, Saki and Agnes, say their son's death was senseless and racially motivated.
If my son was white, they would have not killed him for being on the farm and taking flowers. They would have disciplined him, but they killed my son because he is black.
Hello fam, welcome to the African Diaspora News Channel. I am Wongel Zelalem bringing you this report. Today's report comes from South Africa. 2 white South African farmers were convicted of murdering a black teenager back in 2017, and they faced around 17 years and 20 years, but then they appealed, and this year, now 2020, they are free men now because the judge said they're innocent, and now they are free men for killing a teenager, a black teenager. And the devastating part is the reason why this teenager died is because he was accused of by these 2 farmers of stealing sunflowers that was worth $5. Let me read for you the article BBC wrote. We'll come back and talk. BBC reports 2 white South African farmers were convicted of murdering a black teenager who they accused of stealing sunflowers worth $5, have had their sentences overturned and are now free. Matlamola Mosweu's death in 2017 in Kolini, Northwest Province, triggered protests and outrage. Peter Dorward and Phillip were later sentenced to 18 years and 23 years respectively. A court had ruled in 2019 that the 16-year-old's neck was broken and he was pushed out of a moving vehicle driven by the pair. But Mr. Dorward and Mr. Phillip denied murder, saying the boy fell out while they were taking him to the police station. On Friday, the Supreme Court of Appeal found the pair not guilty and overturned their convictions and sentences. Its judge said the evidence was contradictory and prosecution did not prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. So what changed? They were convicted like 3 years ago of murdering this young boy, this teenager, for stealing sunflower that is worth $5. They were convicted 20 plus years. One of them was convicted 20 plus years, the other one 15 plus years. And now all of a sudden the evidence doesn't make sense anymore. The judge claims that beyond the reasonable of doubt, the prosecutors didn't have anything to prove that these people murdered this young boy. How come that they were found guilty a few years back? What changed? I don't understand. If they were convicted a few years ago by reasonable doubt, what changes now? What changed? That's my biggest question. First of all, let's talk about the cruelty of it all. We have to say alleged because now they're apparently free and they are not guilty, but a few years ago they were. So that's contradicting on its own. So this guy's killed. So what the doctors found out when checking the body was his neck snapped. So they are suspecting that these people did that to him. These 2 white farmers did that to him. That was the case, and that was what they were tried for, because it's a fact that this kid's neck snapped and broke, right? So it just didn't happen on its own. That was the case. But if we rewind it, the reason why this young kid died, it's because of a freaking sunflower for $5. He had his whole life ahead of him and he died for $5. Let's say he stole it. Let's say that young man stole that money, that sunflower. Why not take him to the police station? Why not let the police deal with him? Like, if a teenager steals from you, would you want to kill them? Any color, any gender. I would understand if it was self-defense. If it's a grown man coming in there, even the teenager with a gun, and they have to protect themselves and their families and they're in their house. For somebody picking a sunflower, they have to end his life. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. And the fact that it happened in South Africa, you know, and these white South Africans came and settled in Africa and took the land of the natives and had this huge acres of lands, and now they're farmers and now they're the wealthiest. And for this young kid just stealing, let's say, we don't even know if he did, that's what they're claiming, that $5 sunflower, why would you need to kill him? It's just a petty crime. Even if he did that, you leave it to the law. Spank him if you need to. I'm not saying hitting someone is right, but killing them is just out of this world for me, for that petty crime, if he did it. And what's sad is the fact that they are off the hook now. This kid is not even going to get his justice. Even his family are not going to rest well, knowing that these men are roaming free in South Africa, producing in their farms and living their best lives. That's beyond disheartening. That's beyond sad. And I don't know what South Africans, black South Africans, are feeling right now. Please do let us know down below if you're watching this video. What is the environment? How are you feeling? What's in the air, on the ground? What are people saying about this injustice? And I want to hear from South Africans and anybody else that is watching the video. What are your thoughts about this ridiculous story that these two grown men, white South Africans, murdering allegedly a black young boy, a harmless young boy, for stealing a $5 sunflower. I'll keep saying that because that sounds crazy to me. And they are free now. Do let us know down below. I am Wongel Zelalem bringing you this report. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.